Well, and we're back. What's today? It's the 7th of October, 2016. VP33.com. It's me again, Luche Cabra, just talking about what's current, what's happening, what's now. Well, a few minutes ago in the news, a bombshell, or that's what mainstream Markstream media told us, about a recording of Donald Trump speaking down and saying obscene things about women 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Okay, but they always pull this stuff. Mainstream media it's always on that Friday. It's always on that Friday, trying to do the most damage, but it never works out because it always backfires. The thing is that I have to say about that recording, because I just heard it, I don't care. Who cares? Does that help me? Does that help me with my taxes? Does that help my kids? Anybody's kids? No. But that's the mainstream media doing what they're doing. How about a recording, because we brought up recordings, they just did, okay? How about a recording of Hillary Clinton back in, 1975, I think, talking about how she got a rapist off that raped a 12-year-old kid, laughing about it, saying that I don't believe in polygraph tests now because I know he was guilty. I'm paraphrasing, of course. How about that recording, okay? Talking about he's disrespectful to women. She let a child rapist go free after raping a 12-year-old kid? That's okay? Now, the debate is this Sunday, so it's in 2 days. Let's see what happens with that. The last one I didn't like at all. It wasn't beneficial to anybody. No real news. And then with Hillary going on, what was with the hand signs? You know, what was all that stuff to Lester Holt, who I lost all respect for? Hand signals, he had an earpiece, she had an earpiece. What's the messing with his microphone for Donald Trump? It was all ridiculous. But they went it overboard with everything trying to make him look bad, that they made it. NBC was the one that looked bad. Anyway, Pence went head-to-head with Kane, and Pence won because Kane looked like a bigger douchebag than Pence did. And it was funny because Kane looked like Mr. Grinch, just a greedy criminal guy, you know, and then you have Pence over there looking like a cartoon from King of the Hill. Put some sunglasses on that dude, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Think about it. Anyway, let's see where it goes, because I'm really pissed off about all of this. So if I cuss some, that's okay. I remember Steve Quayle saying one time that this mouth was meant to praise God, not to curse man, but I might end up cursing, you know. In fact, I'm real right now about mainstream Markstream media. They're just distorting everything all the time. So not one finger, but two. Okay, mainstream media? I'll be right back. Oh, and another thing. Now, all week long, and this is like week number 2 where it's been hit on, but not really hit on, and we're talking about Syria, okay? The country is Syria. Assad, they were trying to take over his government. ISIS was trying to take over Assad's government, overthrow the government. They say rebels, well, it turned out ISIS. That's all over the place. So Russia stepped in to help Assad fight ISIS and get rid of them. Okay, there you go. Now, America steps in over there, and we're supposed to be, okay, this is where it gets confusing, and this is why, you know, the media always turns it into one big shitty stew, then you're really confused, and you don't know what the hell's going on. America goes over there because we're fighting ISIS too, because we got to get rid of that terrorism, the menace that's known as ISIS or ISIL, Obama, okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we know that much. Assad, with Russia, trying to get rid of ISIS. America, over there, trying to get rid of ISIS. So why the hell in the media now are saying about, well, the peace talks and this and that, and the ceasefire between America and Russia in Syria, oh, well, it didn't last, it's over now. What are we talking about? Ceasefire between Russia and America, and then it's no-fly zone, you know, to stop Russia doing what, but Russia's fighting ISIS. Isn't that a good thing? But the thing I didn't hear this week and part of last week, okay, we're all supposed to be fighting ISIS. Now it's America gearing up to fight Russia in Syria. But no mention of ISIS anymore? ISIS is still there, right? Aleppo this, and the children! The children! Okay, these are the same children that have been going through this for 5 years. It's terrible. It really is. So let's clear up the confusion. I'm saying every time you see a reporter, you see an anchor guy, anybody from the news, just start going like this. Hey, you got something right here. You better wipe that off your chin. Because that's how I feel about them. So, Syria, Assad, Russia, fighting ISIS. I thought America was there fighting ISIS. Apparently we're not. What are we doing there then? What are we doing there then? Later. And now I have to mention Infowars.com, my website, VoxPop33.com. All I have to say is they have this contest, $1,000, you know, $5,000 about Bill Clinton is a rapist and getting that on the news. Well, it's all over the internet. It's really funny stuff. And what makes it even funnier, it's not like it's not true, but what's awesome, this is such a great idea, so I salute you. Thumbs up to Alex Jones for this idea. What makes this hilarious is go look up the videos. They're on YouTube. Go to Infowars.com. They're there too. And what makes it such a riot to me is mainstream media, mainstream media won't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Because it is true. And the reason they're not going to touch any of that, doesn't matter. Words circulating around, people are texting, calling, all that good stuff. But what makes it funny is they're not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole, because if they did, even to discourage, even to make Alex Jones look bad for setting it up, it would backfire in such a huge way, because people go, wait, rapist? Really? What? What? And then they do some looking around going, wow, he really is. Again, this is from what I've ascertained in books that I've read. Okay? Be right back. And we're back. Well, the internet did get officially transferred over to the UN, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens out of that. Of course they're going to regulate it. Of course they're going to censor people. Otherwise, why do it? Thanks, Obama, for just giving it away. You know, American sovereignty, here you go. He doesn't care. He never did. Anyways, about that, if they do shut off the internet, that's going to be the worst thing ever for the globalists. That's going to be the worst thing ever for people that are really trying to control the whole world. Because you know what's going to happen? Globalists, this is why you guys are all so stupid, and that's why you're on the way out. What's going to happen is no internet. So you're not going to go to Facebook. You're not going to go to YouTube. You're not going to go to Twitter. No, what am I going to do? You're actually going to go outside. You're going to go next door to your neighbor's house for a conversation. So by turning the internet off, I think they've considered that. I think that's why they're not really going to touch anything. Because by turning the internet off, it's going to make human beings go out and interact with human beings. So that's why shutting the internet, it'll never work. It'll be the worst thing ever, because all of us will come together as humans. You see that at the very beginning of this show, Humans Unite. We're just going to start talking amongst ourselves and go, yeah, what's going on? Those people have got to go. And it's going to be the worst thing ever for them. Now, the pet peeves that I have that, I bitch about this all the time, okay? But if you're a refugee from a different country, okay, I'm a taxpayer, so I can bitch because I pay taxes. But if you're a refugee from another country, you get here, you get $2,000 straight up. Boom, here you go. And then after that, you're going to get a check every month of $1,700. Now, that pisses me off more than anything else, because that's my money. Okay? If you're a veteran, hey, you fought in a war, missing a limb, hey, you're going to get $1,200 a month. Nobody seems to care or bring that up. What bothers me to no end is the fact that, let's say you work and you're not even getting paid minimum wage. Let's say you're making $10 an hour. That's $1,600 a month before taxes. So somebody comes over here from a different country, okay, they don't even have to get a job, and already they're ahead of the game by getting $1,700 a month. What politician in his goddamn mind thought that shit up? Think about it. That's why politicians suck. And you know what I'm talking about because you've seen that video. Another thing, my nephew, my niece, my daughter, okay, they got over $100,000 in student loans that they're paying back right now. And don't get them started because, hey, if you come from South Korea and you're here illegally, you can go to college for free and don't have to pay nothing. But these people that went to school, paying taxes now, and on top of that, paying back the student loans, okay, but if you come here from a different country, you're not from this country, it's paid for? What politician in their goddamn mind thought that shit up? Sounds like a lot of people looking for free votes. Because you give out all the free stuff, they're going to vote for the party that gives them all the free stuff. And again, Democrats suck. Republicans suck. Because you get them to a certain level, the higher you go, it turns into one party, the money party that doesn't give a fuck about America. That's the biggest problem here, man. Those are my pet peeves. I've talked enough. I'll see you next week. Talk about the debate. Sunday night. We'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on in the news. Take care. Bye-bye.